Well, Prime Minister Modi there receiving the Guard of Honor in Nigeria. This is his first visit to Nigeria. It's the first leg of his three-nation visit there. Prime Minister Modi is the first Indian Prime Minister who is visiting Nigeria in 17 long years. Nigeria will also honor Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, an honor which has been only granted to Queen Elizabeth before him. This makes Prime Minister Modi, as I said, the second foreign dignitary to receive this particular honor. This will be the 17th such international award that is being conferred to Prime Minister Modi by any country. The Prime Minister Modi there on his three-nation tour. He is first there in Nigeria. It is his first visit by an Indian Prime Minister in 17 years, a historic three-nation visit by the Prime Minister. He's also going to be visiting Guyana as well as Brazil. Delegation level talks and MOUs are on the agenda as far as Nigeria's visit is concerned. A very warm welcome for the Prime Minister there by the Indian diaspora when he arrived there. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Nigeria. It is a significant event. It is highlighting the strong bilateral ties between the two countries, between India and Nigeria. This visit also emphasizes on the shared challenges and opportunities that between the two nations. Now, this has a lot of key significance. Firstly, strengthening economic ties. Nigeria is one of India's largest trading partner in Africa, and this visit aims to boost economic cooperation. As far as cultural exchange is concerned, Prime Minister Modi in fact lauded the Indian community in Nigeria for preserving the culture, the heritage, also showcasing people-to-people connection there. As far as global partnerships are concerned, this visit underscores India's commitment to strengthening relations with the African nations there. The Prime Minister. So a historic visit there by the Prime Minister. He's on a three-nation tour to Nigeria first. He'll also be traveling to Brazil and Guyana. As far as Nigeria is concerned, the deputy news editor and State House correspondent of the Sun newspaper, Abuja, Nigeria, Juliana, she sends us this report from Nigeria. Let's listen in to what she has to say.
Nigeria is the largest market in Africa and with a large population. And as we know, India is equally has a large population. So this visit is very important to Nigeria, especially in the three areas of defense, education, and security. As we know, Nigeria is battling insecurity in the Northwest, in particular, all over the country, but particularly in the Northwest with insurgency and all that. And then we have a large number of out-of-school children. So this partnership will help bridge the gap in this area. And then in the area of energy, Nigeria has large deposits of gas and it's looking to diversify its energy sources away from petroleum. But it doesn't mean that petroleum will be jettisoned, but we want to go into clean energy. And this is where India comes in. So this is huge. 17 years before this state visit. It's been a long time. And I guess probably because both countries had other interests. But it's a good thing to see that this relationship is being revived.
And as we mentioned, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Nigeria is a significant event. It is highlighting the strong bilateral ties between the two nations. It also emphasizes on the shared challenges and opportunities between the two nations there. The Prime Minister receiving a guard of honor there in Nigeria on his first stop to the three-nation tour. And Vikas Arya, Overseas Friends of BJP, joins us from Nigeria. Vikas Arya, just give us a sense of how significant is this visit by the Prime Minister there? And more importantly, how will this impact India's relationships with other African nations, including Nigeria?
Well, thank you for inviting me again. And as far as significance goes for this particular visit, this was long overdue. As rightly mentioned by one of the panelists there. And the thing is, this particular visit about the Global South, now since PM Modi is leading this initiative of Global South, so this particular visit will cater to a joint mutual understanding between the two countries regarding all the needs, like particularly the energy requirement and the defense mechanism and the soft loan which India would be extending the credit line to African nations. So this visit was long overdue, and I'm glad that finally it is taking place. And I'm sure India is going to be a force to reckon in the African continent.
Right. Vikas Arya, just also just give us a sense of, you mentioned about the global challenges, and there is a war going on, in fact, two wars going on, one in the Middle East, one in Ukraine. Apart from that, what are the other global challenges? There is global climate change, there is terrorism, etc. What specific, cooperation does India and Nigeria and the other African nations need to have in order to tackle all of these?
Well, as far as challenges goes, like we have, at our backyard, we have a lot of terror activities which is being funded by Pakistan. So similar kind of challenges is being faced by the northern part of Nigeria, where Boko Haram and other insurgent groups are very active. So the expertise of India in handling all these kind of situations would actually be very handy and to Nigeria. So there's no need to reinvent the wheel. There are, we have a proper mechanism in place to counter all these kind of stuff. So this will definitely help. Then, in fact, as you said, Ukraine and this particular war in Gaza. So these are the things of what we want is like, if we want the global economy to grow, so peace would never be, that would be the only option, because if you are funding your wars, so there's war is going to not do any good to anybody or any nation. So given the fact that, getting the parties on table and moving ahead is the only option with us, and we should continue probing that option.
All right.